Welcome to this look at the free content update, the Changelog patch 1.6 on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, patch 1.6 is live. It is rolling out. It is live on Xbox. DJ Goham just messaged me to let me know. It is live on PlayStation 5. That's what I'm on. It may take a while to roll out everywhere, but as of 1 p.m. UK time, it's beginning its rollout. Plus, free content update number 1. Now, you might be saying to yourself, hang on a minute, haven't we been getting Giants mods for a while now, sort of ported over from FS22? We have. This is supposed to be new content. I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm just throwing it out there. I went back onto FS22 to have a look, because the new content we've got today, as well as 1.6, and we'll talk about update 1.6 in just a moment, we've got the Albutt F155A Bale Grab, should be coming up on the screen now, the CLAAS ARION 550/530 tractor, the CLAAS FL 140 front loader, the John Deere 6R Series 2030/2050 tractor, and the John Deere 683R front loader. So that's all new. Now, that's not a mod. That's been added into the base game. So as part of the update today, 1.6, that's been added into the base game equipment and machinery. And those are sitting in front of me. We're going to have a look at them in just a moment. But what you will find is you haven't got to download them. If I go into small tractors now, there's our ARION 470/410, which we had before. And sitting there is our 550/530. So it's already in. It's not added in as a mod. So we might as well have a look at that straight away. The ARION is 9 slots. Options on this, we've got the 530 145 horsepower or the 550 165 horsepower. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Vredestein, Nokian and Mitas, then back, BKT. Why have they normally Nokians on the end? BKT back to Trelleborg. We have got, I'm not going to go through all of them, but in various different manufacturers, we have got standard wheel weight, medium and weight, wide and weight. It's not a lot of difference, imperceptible in some of these. Then we've got narrow tyres, narrow rear twin, narrow twins all round, rear twin, twins, back to standard. So you can pick and choose. I went for that because I love it. I'm with tractors, I always like that look. And then front loader attacher, yes or no. That's relevant obviously today because we've got front loader added in. License plate option on there too. If we come out of there and we go then to our medium tractors, we have already got there the 6R Series 145185. But what's been added in today is the 6R Series 230/250. Slot count on that was 12, which has come down. Now, has anyone else noticed, or am I going mad? It was always minus for the slot count on console because it was coming off your total balance. So it would be minus X amount. There's a plus there now. How long has that been a plus for? I suppose because I've got so used to just putting minus all the time on my notes because it was always minus. I suppose what they're saying plus now is that's adding to your slot total, not taking off from what you... yeah, anyway, it's a plus. Not that that's particularly relevant. So what I was going to say was, on FS22, we had the ARION 660/610. So we didn't have the 550/530. So that is new. We did have a John Deere 6R base game on FS22, which was 280/300 horsepower, which is the same as this one. So I would argue that, I mean, it says 281, it's 1 horsepower more, that we did already have this. So when I say it's new, it's obviously going to be the new version. But anyway, 281 horsepower or 301 horsepower are our two options on this one. Again, with Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein. See, knocking on the end. Why was it round the other way? Who does that? Who messes with your head? Anyway, and then if we go back to our Trelleborg, standard wheel weight, medium weight, wide weight, narrow, same thing. It's pretty much same options. And you'll find that some of those tyre choices you go for won't have the narrows. Some just go medium and wides. There's a selection. On this one, we have got EU or US. So you have the stalks or the hazard warning boxes. Panorama window. So if you want to have a panoramic, so if you are using a front loader, you can look up and you can see where your front loader is. or you just want to watch the birds or planes flying over, whatever you want to do. On the front, we have got the option of 3-point, nothing. Then we've got 60 kilo, 300 kilo, 540, 780, 1020, back to 3-point link with a PTO as well. Front loader attacher, yes or no, and license plate option on there too. Nice. Now, so we come out of there and let's go to our front loaders. So on FS22, we had the FL140. So is it new? I know I'm being pedantic. People have been, oh, will you stop moaning? I don't know. No options on this. You get it as it is. That's the FL140 to go with the class. Now, on FS22, and we have got on here, we've got the 663R, we've got the 700M. On FS22, we had a 603R, 643R, and a 700M. So the 6883R is new, slightly different size, weight, no options, get it just like that. 90 horsepower required to operate it. And then we move on to the new thing. Now, when I say new for base game, new for Giants, we have had mods of these types of things. Various different packs, all different people, and I love this sort of Bale Grab. I think they're very, very cool indeed. So if we go to our front loader tools first, because rather than it being in one category and then you've got different options for attachment, it is in the various different categories. So we'll see. So there's your bale fork, F155A front loader, that's the Albutt. And options are the same on all of them. We've got standard, we've got design 1, puts a bar that side, design 2 puts a bar that side. What it doesn't have is a design 3 with a bar both sides. It's left or right or off, which I suppose is what it probably is in the real world. So this is a horizontal Bale Grab. I love them. I think they're absolutely awesome. So these work very well with if you've got the Crone baler with the X collect on the back, which puts 3 bales off the back and drops them as a 3. You come along with one of these, wallop, grab them, off you go, stick them onto a trailer. It works very, very well. So not only have we got one under front loader tools, under telehandler tools, we've got it there. And then under wheel loader tools, we've got it there. There's not one under skid steer loader tools. No. So they are all out in front of me. So this is the new content update. So however you want to take that is entirely up to you. But I have to say, what I love as well is the difference in sound between the two of these. This has got a real sort of almost like a little throaty rumble to it. And I'll show you the grab in operation. But I also grabbed one for the telehandler with the bar. And what's great about the bar is the bar opens and then closes. So if you come up on a stack of bales and they're not quite lined up, or you need to move them over a little bit, or you need to shove one back into place, you can put that down and you can close that bar up and it will pull the bales into position. So I also thought, will it pick up round bales? We can double check that while we're here, can't we? I'm always curious to see with these Bale Grabs whether or not they will support everything. Don't worry, we're going to get onto the content update, the 1.6 update for you as well. We're going to talk about that and what's come on the patch and the patch highlights. First of those being 3 new machines available at the dealership. Well, we know that. We've got these here. It says Modhub update all button and other quality of life improvements. Now, I went into the Modhub. I didn't have any mods that needed updating. So what I'm assuming with that is, and this is an assumption, is that if you've got a load of mods that do require updating and you go down in the menu to where it says updates and you've got a whole load there, rather than clicking on one at a time, there's an update all button. That is my assumption. Like I say, I didn't have any to update, so I couldn't double check that, but that's what I would think. Various technical changes, various stability improvements to prevent crashes, many other changes and improvements. We're going to talk about the patch log in just a moment, but let's have a look at these first. So, start this up. This crashes now. I'm on my PS5 Pro today. I bought that in from the man cave, because I was wondering if it was the PS5 on performance mode that was having issues. If the game crashes now on this, I'm going to be very disappointed. Very disappointed. So, beacons, lights, horn. So, if you've got the US version on the stalks, you've got your indicators as well. Rear link, interior. Very nice indeed. I do love as well. So can you see it in here? All the little beeps, all the stuff, it's all very cool. So, It sounds nice. This may be the tractor you were missing from your lineup of John Deere. I don't know. Potentially. So, hook up to our front loader. Does the front loadery things you expect a front loader to do. And then we hook up to our Albutt. There we go. Has the support on the front there, so when you do go to detach it, support goes down, drops it down, doesn't tip over or go weird or anything like that. I've got 3 bales here. Depends which way round you do them. So what you do is, if you look top left, it says fold front loader or unfold. So if we do fold, it puts the spikes down. Unfold puts them up, so you want them up. When you go onto the bales, you don't want them catching or anything like that. You can use the back support as well to line up your bales that way. Then grab your bales, off you go. Bob's your uncle and all that kind of thing. I'm always curious to see, with a bit of movement, do they shift, do they move, do they wobble, are they going to fall off? They don't seem to be, which is really nice. And the great thing with these as well, especially on a front loader or a telehandler, if you are doing feed mixers and you're doing it with bales, when you get over your feed mixer, you can just wallop, drop into your feed mixer by doing that. It's a very cool piece of equipment. I really do like these a lot. This, for me, this is the highlight of the new content. I love that. I'm getting one, absolutely. So we move on to the CLAAS then. So listen to this. Very different engine sound. A little bit more of a whine to it as well, as that little throaty rumble. But horn, lights, beacons, flasher units, interior, again with this. Every time I go inside a vehicle now, if I press to change camera angle, if it goes silent, that's when I panic. I think, okay, game's gone. It was only doing it. I had it when I was doing, what was I doing? Spreading fertiliser. It was hailing like a madman. I went in cab and I think it just couldn't cope. Then it started doing it, not all the time, but you know what I mean. Let's turn this off. No beeps or anything like that. And then with the FL140, we can go and hook on the front of that. There you go. All very lovely. So let's hop out, grab the telehandler, and this thing, like I say, I think it's very cool. Start that up. So if we come, let's say we come over just a little bit. Let's assume they're not lined up properly at the moment. Let's just make that assumption. I've used the back of it to line them up that way, but this way they're not lined up. If I go R1 and right stick side to side, watch. Yoink. We can just tidy up the pile a little bit, neaten it up, get it all into line. Like I say, if it had one on either side, you could then squeeze them, but maybe that's not the thing. Maybe, like I say, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't know. So what we're going to do is fold front loader tool, which should grab the bales, which it has done, so it will do round bales as well. Some of these in the past haven't done round bales and don't like to hold on to them. Admittedly, I've got these flat, but I mean, you know, if it doesn't like holding them the other way around, I suppose you can always twist it. But the great thing with the telehandlers as well is got a lot of movement on that. I mean, look at that. That's very cool. And it's keeping hold of them, no problem at all. Lovely job. So, new free content update, check. So, changelog. I'm not reading the entire changelog out, but we're going to talk about a couple of things. So, the new addition of functionality, there was a couple of things we talked about. So the update all button. It says saving notification icon in multiplayer. Smaller engine sizes on the Deutz Series 6C and the Same Virtus RV Shift. Now I do have over here, now I don't know what engine this has got in it. Actually, you know what I can do? I can go down and check here under my vehicles and go to our Deutz. What horsepower did I go for on that one initially? 143. Go up to our vehicles and we go to our small tractors. So in this now, where are we? The little Deutz, there we go. So these two here, that starts on 126 now. Or maybe I just went for the biggest they did. Potentially. 126, 136, 143 horsepower. So they've got a smaller engine size on that and the Same next to it. So that's been changed as part of the update. It says smaller engine. Oh, yeah, done that. Graphic settings menu within active gameplay. Oh, yes. If we come into this menu, come down to here to our settings, go across that one, and then click on it. We had previously game settings and general settings. We've now got graphic settings. So this is within the base game, so you don't have to come out anymore. So if you're playing and you think, I want to adjust my field of view, first person, third person, field of view is not quite right. Like for me, when I'm doing mod reviews, this is an absolute boon. Because if I'm doing mod reviews and I'm having a bad day with my eyes, I can just quickly jump in here, increase the HUD scale, do my mod review, decrease the HUD scale, and I'm not bouncing backwards in and out of the main menu. You can change your brightness as well, so if you're playing, it's that immediate response thing, and you can see it immediately. So I can change my brightness up or down, come out of this menu and go, yep, that's better, without having, because it's always difficult to tell if you've come out of the game into the main menu, change the brightness, come back into the game, and you sit and you think, is that any better? I can't, and then you've got your realistic beacon light. So that's been changed, that's been added, graphic settings, all lovely. Now, like I say, I'm not reading them all, but there's a few that stood out to me. One that made me laugh out loud. Various technical changes to improve performance, improve stability to prevent crashes, translation adjustments, visual adjustments to some models, changed custom pasture calculations, allowing for more chicken, pigs and sheep in the same area as before. So, yeah, depending on the size of the pen, you'll be able to have more in there than you did for the same size pen. That's difficult to do now, because if you've done your update, you can't really go back and check it, but yeah, you can. This is an important one. A lot of people have been messaging me, and I had this the other day when I was doing some stuff. It says, fixed AI fieldwork helper, ignoring user preferences. We all said this. We know what AI is like. They just ignore you. They do whatever they want to do. But a couple of things I'd done, and I had tweaked my settings, and nothing changed. And I would set a worker off, and it would just ignore whatever I changed. Apparently, that's been fixed. Vigorous testing by the community at large, I think we'll find out whether that has been fixed or not. Fixed animal health and productivity calculations. What else? There are some of these that will be more relevant to different people, depending on what things you have experienced personally. Where was... Oh, this one made me laugh. I don't know why. So, fixed grass-eating cows. When was the grass eating cows? Is that just bad grammar? Is that the cows that are eating grass, that's been fixed? Or it says fixed grass eating cows. Don't go near that grass. That is lethal stuff. Anyway, that's been fixed apparently. Some silage additive stuff, beetroot fill types. Now it does say fixed Modhub check mark on newly downloaded mods. I was finding on the Modhub I would download something and there wouldn't be anything showing with a check mark. I'd go into my own sort of the separate section that's your mods you've got installed, and it still wouldn't show a check mark. I'd have to come out of the Modhub, then come back in again for those check marks to show. I just checked that and it was still doing the same. It says it has been fixed. Fixed shop display cutting off fill types on some machines, and fixed shop display when oh yes, when all used machines are bought. So I was going to say, what does that even mean? This is the used vehicle sale. Fixed shop display when all used machines are bought. So let's buy that. Let's buy that. And let's buy that. What? There are no items on this page. That's what it said before. What does it mean? Fixed shop display when all used machines are bought. Dunno. It's a weird one, isn't it? But that looks to me to be... I thought it would come up saying, no, nothing was... I don't know. It's this... Nothing seems to have changed for me. Assuming, of course, that's what it means. I mean, that's what it says. Fixed spinach not withering. Fixed train hotspot stuttering when far away. And then we've got some sound things. Fix UI sound when opening the license plate menu or colour picker. Fix wrong or no player names displayed when selecting vehicle on a map. improved off-road driving speed and behaviour of go-to helper. So if you're setting a helper off, a worker, that has been improved, apparently. Improved shop display of long machine names. Now, again, it was one of those things, especially when I'm doing mod reviews. Sometimes you'll click on it, especially if it's a mod. I'm just trying to think of what's got a long vehicle name now. And it would get to the end of a line and it wouldn't show you what it was, although in the bottom section it generally would. Apparently that's been fixed. I'm trying to think of what has a long name. None of those. Have I got any modded ones? But yeah, apparently that's been fixed, so you should be able to see the names, no problem at all. Then there's some modding related things on there as well. So, the same as it always is with updates, and we are on update 1.6 now, which again, when people are saying, why aren't Giants doing anything about it, why aren't Giants trying to fix it? They are. We are getting regular updates. Will it fix all the things that you may have issues with? Only time moving on from now will tell. There may be certain things, because people will say, but it didn't fix this, or it might be something specific with a mod you're having an issue with, it might be something specific with a map you're having an issue with, or it could be a mod conflict between mods or between mod and map. That is a whole different animal, because that modded stuff, that is separate to the base game coding, so you have to also bear that in mind, that you may be having a mod problem, not a base game problem. It's always difficult to extrapolate all of those things and disentangle them, especially when you're running a lot of mods and you might be on a modded map as well, and then you have an issue with something. Which part of that puzzle is causing the issue? That's always a difficult thing to diagnose. But anyway, yeah, it's here, it's there, this is what you get. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.